Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a message from Spirit for the new moon in Aquarius. Today is February 4th, and this new moon energy is coming in February 4th, February 5th, so today and tomorrow. If you've been sensitive, you may have been picking it up already, but I just want to kind of bring you a little bit of a message, a little channeling before I go, and then I'm going to combine two videos, the postcard from Spirit, so we'll pull a postcard as well as get into the reading for the new moon and some of the energies you may be able to encounter and expect and how you can use this to kind of manifest your magic. So I do just want to say, I guess it's not so much a channeling, but just a sharing of there may be some purging, some last minute purging before you move on. So what I'm trying to say is from the eclipse that we had with the full moon and the blood moon there, it set in motion this purge of everything that has been stuck. And I'm hearing ancestral karma, ancestral lineage, your own time, and it may have been, if you've been working through kind of releasing trauma, the last little bit here, it's going to be this purge to release anything old so you can come new, okay? And that is this new moon energy. So if you're watching it now and you've been feeling like things that you thought where no longer issues for you are coming back up, learn the lesson. It may be that you can see it differently this time as well, but that's just one thing I wanted to share, because oftentimes we do a lot of this purging on our own. We do a lot of the spiritual work that's not the easiest, and the shadow work that's done in private, and that's done, I'm hearing, in secret, and done in the places that are not so public. But know that we all undergo our own shadow work if you're willing. Some of us aren't, and it's not your place yet if you're not ready. But I always suggest that it's wonderful. Get beyond the murk and bloom. Okay, so this new moon in Aquarius, I feel like it's time to think clearly, see from this third eye as well. I guess I was drawn to touch it, but really release anything that's going to cloud your vision. And I just heard tunnel vision. If you've had places where you've bottlenecked yourself or put yourself into this idea of tunnel vision where you can't see your peripherals, those peripherals are really, really important. Our life is not just about point A to point B. It's about the journey and how we get there. Okay, so all of the things and places that you've been, all of the fears, all of the triumphs, all of the disappointments, and all of the success, relish in every moment of that, guys. Okay, so I am going to get into the reading now. I hope that that's resonated, but know that it is general, so take the bits that resonate and disregard the bits that don't, and that no matter what energy comes through the cards today, what messages we receive, it's still up to you guys and your grassroots evolution, your active free will, and the choices you make and steps you take to get the kinds of things you'd like to see in your world. So this also means sometimes navigating through difficult energy and being here and maintaining vigilance for yourself and working through your stuff so that you can manufacture magic. So let's see first off what the postcard is for Spirit, because we're on a new moon as well. I'd like to know, Spirit, what is your advice for the month of February for anyone who's watching? Did it throw one in there? No, nothing upside down. I just want to take a moment while I'm shuffling to thank all of my new subscribers and all of you watching. It means the world to me, so thank you. And if at the end of this, if I touch your soul in some way, it would be wonderful for you to join the journey with me. Click subscribe, join my channel with me, and let me encounter your energy on a more personal basis, I guess is what I'm going to say. Because I really do feel like every time I do these, and every time I encounter your energy, you guys bump me up on my healing journey as well. So thanks. Spirit, what do you have for anyone watching? What is your postcard? Okay. So the first one that fell, I'm only going to take one, is the cherub in the nest here. And I almost see, like, can't see up here, but this sacred geometry in there. So this could be the dancing and the alignments of the planets. And we have here holiday, treasure, and celebrate life. So it could be time to, we have a holiday coming up, Valentine's Day as well, so celebrating life. But let's read it. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, yes? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it's built from a solid base. Whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this as your true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general sight check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and solid foundation that will allow you to become the many miracles waiting to come to visit you. Sorry, not become, allow you to welcome the many miracles that are waiting. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. So guys, stay focused and ensure that whatever avenues, whatever new beginning that you're trying to manifest, whatever new energy or new project, whatever new energy you want to go towards, do it from a solid base, okay? If there's cracks to the foundation, if it's not a well thought out idea yet, give it time. Okay, so I feel like that is the overall message from Spirit, is just building solid foundations right now. Not jumping in too fast or too quick is also what I'm hearing. So I am going to take a message from the Doreen Virtue Past Life Oracle for anyone watching, just to see what is some of the, is there any karmic energy that we'll be working through, or any information and guidance? Thank you. So the one that flipped out, there's two that flew, and I'll pick them up on the thing, but Atlantis is the one right now that I'm hearing, Waterworld, that has come up. And we also get lessons and blessings and scribe or writer. And I am being called, and I know I said this in another video, to just say about Atlantis, if any of you are interested in reading a little bit more from potentially different sources, Dolores Cannon writes a lot on, she does past life regressions, and she's wrote about Atlantis and just the sheer mind power. And I feel like there were so many advancements in the society, much like we have today, instant gratification and our minds being so powerful. There's two on this. Our minds are so powerful, we think what we create, we are able to manifest rapidly and see the changes we'd like to see just by our mind. First off is like one of the ways I want to say this. So use your mental space properly now so that you're manifesting for the higher, as well as some of the things that were uncovered in Atlantis. There was the fall, because we had become kind of impure, selfish, greedy, all of that kind of stuff. So how I'm feeling with this is potentially some of you have a really strong connection with Atlantis, as well as dolphins may be important for you. You may have had a past life in Atlantis that you're still working through trauma. I'm hearing trauma wasn't what I meant to say, it's karma, but you may have trauma from this, because from what I understand, right, it was pretty quick and traumatic. As well as there may be some lessons, right, that you're still working through, but learn them. Take the time. And this may also be time to journal. With the scribe or writer, it may be, deep down, delve into your subconscious. What attachment do I have to something going on in Atlantis, or what lesson am I still learning? Because I feel like if you're able to write it, or even this could just be reading transcription, okay, because the scribe, when Dolores put people in their regressions after she tape recorded, she literally had to scribe, okay? She had to say what it was. Some of you may want to try stream of conscious writing as well, as what I'm hearing, to kind of connect with Spirit and ask for what is the lesson, how can I learn this? Okay, so let's get into, all right, I'm being asked to bring one more deck in from the Archangel Gabriel. And I have not asked my team of light to join me, and I normally do. But there's way too many here. But success, allow yourself to receive. I'm going to ask my team of light, Archangel Michael, to guard, bless, and protect this reading, as well as any of you who would ask for it. Just know if you do want them in your life, all you need to do is ask. They're here for you. And I am going to ask to be used as the clearest channel possible. Okay. So let's get one message here. Thank you. And I said success. So if there's a situation, maybe you have learned, and you are in the process of finishing up any unfinished business with any of the karma that or trauma that you've been experiencing. Success. Congratulations, you did it. You have learned the lessons. And that is like, I feel like that's about to pummel into upgrade. Okay, so if there's been a lot of heaviness lately, it's time to reap the rewards and to be able to manifest new. And I have really felt like this is new energy that we're encountering. We are encountering energy, motivation. We're encountering energy that's brand new to us, and we all have the ability to harness the creative power that it brings and allow us to really transform. And we get motivation here, so whatever it is that motivates you to transform, hold that and hold that inner fire to keep you going even when times get rough. Pray for guidance as to how to increase your enthusiasm and focus on this project. So with this new moon energy, whatever new thoughts, whatever new endeavors, whatever new directions you're wanting to go in, focus on them and use them for motivation for positive change in your worlds. Alright, so I am going to ask the Animal Wisdom Tarot just for a little bit more. And this is for the new moon in Aquarius spirit. What would you have anyone who's watching know? Thank you. So again, it's general, keep what resonates. But we get here Fox, which is the seer of branches. And in this deck, this is by Dawn Brooke if you are interested, but the seers, which are the pages, are always a bridge from one realm of consciousness to another. So it may be time to light a fire if there's something in your unconscious mind that you are finding passion. If you are all of a sudden awakened to, hey, I didn't know that I like to eat spicy things. Here's an example. I want to put my time and put my energy into looking and going and exploring all the different kinds of spicy foods that I could have, because once we change that, if you think about it, your tongue, that changes your palate completely. And when we change the palate of our tongues and we change our taste, wow, the possibilities that can open up, because there's a whole lot of cuisine in the world, right? I feel like this is the same thing. If you're seeking a creative passion or seeking what drives you, this Fox is also very, hearing sly and sneaky. It doesn't have to be deceptive or trickery or anything like that, but this Fox is able to swoop in and out of the underworld, so to speak, in between dimensions and shapeshift. And it's like, if you see foxes as well, pay special attention to what you were thinking, what was the time, things like that. I'll share a little piece of information, but my oldest son, the year he was conceived, we saw so many foxes, and there's been times throughout my life when new ideas have been conceived, when there's a birth, so to speak, of something grand and big. Foxes for me are a totem. So if you do see foxes, what does it mean to you? But as well as, I love the green eyes on this fox. And for me, how this feels, and I'm going to read this a little more intuitively, is as you're seeking the stuff that brings you passion, see it from the eyes of the heart. Use, and I was guided to bring jade today as well, and I've had this in my pocket today too. So it's like any new endeavors you want to put your energy and your time into, any new passions you'd like to follow, see it through the eyes of your heart. And I'm feeling like you're going to be a lot more motivated to push forth in this if, it is a heart-centered desire. And we get the Two of Branches, which is a lot of fire right now. Balance. If you can see the yin and the yang on either side. And we have the sun, right? Going down on the water, reflections here, and then fire. There is a balance between fire and passion and emotion, and a balance here a little bit more on raw emotion. So I feel like whatever is going on for you, whatever way that you're trying to go for this new moon, ensure that you are passionately going towards balance, meaning that, you're not burning yourself out on one end just to save the other. Stay balanced in your passions. Stay balanced so that you're not getting drained. You can have multifaceted lives and go in multiple directions at once, but if everything is in balance, you're not draining yourself too much here, too much there. Maintain the balance and keep the motivation to continue. Tell me about the Two of Branches. Thank you. Oh. So we have two things, two piles. We have the Six of Cups within the Manatee, with the Seven of Swords, with the Seven of Feathers in the reverse. Sometimes the Magpie, they are a special bird to Korea, actually, to South Korea. For me, they were an evil Satan bird because they outside my window all the time, and I did not like them. But they are magic birds. They are shapeshifters, and they hold a key to the hidden realm. And I'm feeling like with the Six of Cups, there may have been some trickery, there may have been some deception, or places like you feel like you weren't given all the information. And we also had the Hermit come up here. So there could have been a time of introspection, or that it's time to take some time to get centered within yourself, balance out your sun and moon energies, balance out your days as well. This is still really seeing the balance, but it's like honoring your sun, and this owl has been hiding it, closely guarding it. It's slowly time to branch out. So if there's been something that you've been thinking about for a while but not sure how to get it off the ground, now is the time to take those first little steps, first little baby steps toward grounded passion. Remove any of the confusion as to which way to go. Remove any of the trickery, and know that the key holds here. I am hearing don't let it fly away. Maybe why it's upside down. So if you get these, and this is spiritual as well, the number 7 is super spiritual, so you may be receiving messages through your crown, through spirit, and it could have to do with a love situation, because this is the Six of Cups. It's about reunion, and it's like if you are thinking of going towards something from your past, how I felt was it was heart-centered as well, and passionate with the green eyes and the wands here. If you are starting a new passionate endeavor, or if this is new moon coming towards, I'm hearing Valentine's Day with the Six of Cups, get out of the confusion and truly accept whatever information is coming from the spirit realm is what I'm hearing. And the bottom of the deck is the Star card. There's healing. Your wishes are fulfilled. Success. Illuminate the dark, and the peacock is important. And I really like the peacock here because I feel like we're allowed to adorn ourselves. We're allowed to see the beauty in ourselves. This star is in the water, and this beautiful, beautiful peacock is staring into its own reflection to find healing within you already. It's called the Illuminator. Illuminate any of the places where it's been dark for you. Illuminate any places where you've been confused or you haven't followed your own inner guidance. Bring healing and bring wish fulfillment as this motivation. And it could be that there's a situation, and I'm hearing love because of the Six of Cups, or it could be love for yourself and finally owning your passion and being able to shape-shift, so to speak, and weave between worlds of spirit communication and grounded communication. Take what resonates, but being able to balance yourself on this earthly plane. This, what is he called? The salamander. He is balanced between, we have air, okay, and fire. We have earth here, as well as you've got the water, and he is balanced safely on the land. Even though there's passion and there's burning around him, there's raw emotion, and we can even see the sun going down as passion on water, which passion on emotions can sometimes lead to burning down the place. This guy's centered. He's outside of that and able to look at this a little bit more objectively, grounded. So very much important to stay grounded, because if you follow your path and you make those first steps towards grounded passion, something you've wanted very, very badly comes back to you. Whether it's just, I'm hearing self-respect and love, but it's like pour this love into the passion and bring healing to yourself. That's what I got. Oh, I'm being asked to bring one more. Whispers of Love. Just a moment, guys. Okay, I am back. So I'm just going to quickly shuffle the Whispers of Love Oracle here. I'm going to ask for one card, please, Spirit, for the new moon in Aquarius. Thank you. So taking those first steps may be showing simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you, and I am instantly brought back to these boxes. And there's 2 of them. So there could be partnership. Among your partnerships, be them romantic, family, whatever brings you joy and whatever brings, spark to you. Show the kindness. This is very, very innocent, and there's nothing wrong with being kind to people. If we're able to spread more kindness into the world and more gentleness in the world, they all flock to her. And I feel like showing acts of kindness may be one way, first off, to heal the situation. So make those first steps, show an act of kindness. And that's passion as well, because as we take our time and our energy, this is our life force, this is our energy field. Once we take our energy and we intentionally put it towards doing something nice for another person, it grows. Because first off, we've done something nice. We have put creative energy and passion into doing something. As long as it has no strings attached, it's out of unconditional love. And that's beautiful. And that is healing. And this brings back love for yourself as well as sheds it into the world around you. So show those simple acts of kindness. Stay grounded with yourself. And if there is anything for you when I was talking about Atlantis, maybe it's time to do a little research if that's something that's hit you. Maybe watch the movie about Atlantis, the Disney one. May have some pointers there for you, but definitely about learning the lessons and being able to write it. So potentially here, this could be written word for showing acts of kindness. It's not always that what we do passionately has to be like a doing. It could be writing and doing. That's one of the things I've got. But before I just keep rambling, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, and I hope that you have a new moon. Happy manifesting. Don't forget to get your crystals and everything outside under the moon, and just, howl away if you need to release any external stuff, any internal blocks to really being able to manifest highest for your highest good. And this is show yourself kindness as well. Do those little self-care routines that make you feel good and make you feel loved, so that you can spread that out into the world a little bit. Bye guys.